About large-scale industrial renovation, we can say that at this moment we have a big opportunity using ICT, in particular BIM, Building Information Modeling, but also digital twin, in order to create a digital environment to involve the stakeholders, all stakeholders in the renovation, starting with, of course, owners, designers, facility manager, but also producers, because it's possible to involve them in off-site production, as we have done in our project, BIM 4EB, where we have developed a tool dedicated to off-site production and applied this also in a previous project, which is easy.
Yeah, there are so much benefits of industrial renovation, especially in this time. We are living in time of big changes in digital environments, and I think that the digital environments can drive the industrial renovation. And now the benefits are so much in different points. For example, as we can do something industrial, can be benefited from the point of view of efficiency in energy efficiency, but also I think the key points are to improve the safety of the workers in the field, and also the quality of the product, because in an industrial process you can control everything, and you can control which are the materials in input, which are the process, and which is the output. And I think that the digital tools can improve this, because we can control all of these kind of features. And there is also a point where the digital can drive the industrial manufacturing, and this could be help effectively to apply the industrial renovation to the building renovation or everything, also for the new buildings.
About the design phase, we can say that more and more designers are using authoring tools. But it's important that at European level we work at a common language and protocols based on standards, in order to allow all the designers, from the little one like SMEs and the largest one, to enter the digital world using BIM without so big expenses. That's why we are working with on the protocol level, on the standard level, in order to create the common language, the protocols, and facilitate the designers to use not only the authoring tools, but all the tools which can help designers to manage the different activities, like energy performance evaluation, cost estimation, time planning, and scan to BIM, just to create the model coming from a point cloud created by the laser scanner.
In this specific moment, there are a very wide range of digital tools for design phase. We are living in times where the BIM, that is stand for Building Information Modeling, or also for Building Information Management, is the key factor, the driving factor of creation of new software tools that can help designers, engineers, or every specialist in the field of buildings. And these tools can vary for a wider range of phases, wide range of functionalities. We are able, for example, to take surveys of buildings with 3D scanning and transform the 3D points of the scanning in geometry and then create the building, the digital building. But we can also use this digital building to design walls, windows, and take accurate decisions in performance or design intent, something else. The design phase now have plenty of tools with different ratios from low level, high level, functionality, and I think is the biggest momentum from the software part for the design.
Yes, we have general tools, as I mentioned, like BIM and digital tool, and specific tools to manage each activity. In particular, in our project, BIM 4AB, we have developed a specific tool dedicated with the management of the data, BIM management system, which is a common data environment, to share the information throughout the stakeholders and the tools. A first tool dedicated to fast mapping tool, scan to BIM, and a specific device to measure the presence of ducts, pipes, lines, electrical pipes. Then developed by RISE and CGI in Sweden. A second tool which is dedicated to the first energy evaluation, developed by VTT, is BIM Easier with energy scenario in order to improve energy performance of the buildings. Other two tools for the design of heating, ventilation and air conditioning, BIM CPD, UCC, Ireland, Auteras for BUCS in TOD, Dresden, and specific tools for the management of the works, which is BIM Planner. And finally, BIM for occupants, to involve people, the users, the inhabitants, in the management in order to allow them to have information about energy performances, comfort data, but also to involve them in the planning of the activity. So that's the framework of BIM 4AB. At this moment we have very good tools to speed renovation rate. In particular, we have seen through the demonstration activity in the 3 pilot sites in Italy, Poland and Finland, that it's possible to apply with success these tools and allow the stakeholders to use them, gaining time reduction, cost reduction, and a user-friendly, let's say, toolkit to let them speed up the renovation process.
Yeah, now is the momentum where we have a wide range of tools available for every designer, engineer, or every professional that works in the field of construction. In this moment, also some of these tools can help to decide which kind of building could be preferable to be choice to do a renovation, because there are some buildings that need customized solutions. For example, buildings that are made before 60s or in the past, before Second World War and etc. And there are other buildings that are born in 80s or 70s that are very standardized, and that is the key factor is to apply some standardized solutions that maybe can apply new materials, new performance, and new systems, also new processes. And in this point of view, some kind of buildings, large scale building, like for example residential, or also in the institutional buildings, can drive the process to apply the industrialized part. This because are very standardized in the kind of layout and forms, shapes of the building, but also in the other part have very large footprints and this could be very important to modify the carbon footprint of the existing building, especially the bigger buildings in the cities, and then improve the renovation rate of the whole construction buildings.
The building sector can gain from digitalization good results, especially about industrialization. There are specific opportunities using BIM and digital twin in order to involve all the stakeholders for managing the different stages using tools and common data environment to share information throughout the whole process and the supply chain, especially with a focus with off-site production, as we have done in BIM 4B project with a specific tool, and previous projects like EASY, where we have dedicated attention to social housing, residential buildings built after the Second War, where it's possible to work outside, and other buildings before the wars. So it's possible potentially to have the whole stock renovated using ICT, digitalization, gaining for time, cost, improving quality.
B4B is a project that developed basically a toolkit that is composed by a platform, as a BIM management system that is the main platform, and a set of tools that can help designers, inhabitants, owners, or every stakeholder to participate in the topic of renovation. In this project, the main focus was the collaboration between the users, not only professionals but also the end users. And this can happen in two ways. The first is to offering a platform. This platform is a point where you can store all the data coming from the buildings, and you can exchange feedbacks, comments, and all the things could be shared between the stakeholders, inhabitants, users, and designers. And in the other side, there is specific tools for specific professionals that can help, for example, in create a better environment of the building, setting, for example, the best materials to get the right energy efficiency inside. In the other side, there is other tools that can connect, for example, professionals and inhabitants using, for example, the planning instruments. For example, BIM Planner is another tool that can connect, that can share the data of the dates when some works can be done in the building, and the users, the inhabitants or the owner, can decide to skip some work after, or maybe send comments about how is going the works. And also, other specific tools are used for collect the inhabitants' behaviors in terms of which are the sentiment of the user, which is what is the feeling about the internal behavior, about temperature, humidity, and so on, and collect this data to change how is the building equipment is working. And finally, there is another important tool that could be about the improvement of the collecting the data, is a tool that can survey the internal part of the building, the single apartments, and get the point cloud and able to reconstruct the geometry of the flat. This could be used for the designer to start to design and then use the other tools. And all these tools can be part of the toolkit, and finally a big platform that is the BIM management system. And this could be another important point, because the BIM management system is released as an open source tool.